Hello! It's been a while, but now I'm back. Um, basically, I just started working at a startup and I just got really focused on, learning and reading and learning what I could do to transform it basically. But now I want to talk about, my thoughts on helping people. And I want to start by talking about that when I was a boy, when I was young, a baby, I used to want to be a surgeon. I wanted to be a surgeon because I wanted to save people's life. I wanted to save people's lives. And then when I became a teenager, that transformed into I wanted to help people. And now it transformed into you know what? I want to help people, but you really can't help people that they don't want to help themselves, basically. So yeah, and I was cooking when I realized, you know what? I could help people. I could transform people's lives. I could reduce people's suffering. I could help them deal with life, manage stress, and manage life. Because I was studying, I was reading books, and I realized that alcoholics become alcoholics because alcohol basically becomes their way to manage stress. It becomes a way to escape from life or to deal with life. It just becomes a method, like a way um, to deal with life. And drug addicts and all that, smoking cigarettes, drug addicts, they all basically have, some of them at least, it just it all reduces to one thing, which is basically that's how they deal with life. That's how they manage stress. That's how they manage life. That's how it's just a method to deal with life. It's an escape. Cigarettes, like the rush of nicotine to your brain. That's a way to deal with life. Drugs is like an escape. Alcohol is an escape. Alcoholics don't necessarily feel great afterwards. It's not really what being drunk that helps them. It's more like the feeling. There's a relief, like a relaxation from life. When I was cooking, I thought, what, I could really, I would like to have an impact on people's lives. I would genuinely want to help people. And that's sort of like a debate because, I first have to help myself, I'm not in no conditions to help myself, but, I can do something, there's two things you could do to help yourself regardless, because currently, I'm working on improving myself, right? And I realize that what I do is a way to manage stress in life, but it's a positive habit. It's a positive thing, so it helps me feel calm. Basically, I thought about two things that anyone can do to drastically change their life, really, because it's two habits because they are keystone habits, which means that those habits leads to other thing also a little, it leads to small wins, so it's like a compound effect basically. And the first one would be exercise. Obviously, find a sport that you like, find a sport that you enjoy, and when you start exercising, you automatically start uh, dealing with stress. So you don't feel stressed out anymore. You start eating better. You start sleeping better. You start having more energy. At the beginning, you're not gonna have much energy, but after keep doing it, you're gonna have way more energy to deal with life. You're gonna have better mental health, so you can better manage life because you can solve bigger problems. You can solve problems better. Basically it gives you exercise is like an art where you gain strength towards life. The strength to keep pushing, the strength to keep pushing through struggles into overcoming obstacles, which is a big, which is huge basically. It can really just change your life, just that habit. And then meditation. Because meditation teaches you to concentrate, to focus on the moment, to be here. If you're spiritual, it teaches you to transcend yourself, basically. It was like something I read that said, if your transcendence is the size of like a little golf ball, when you read a book, your comprehension is only going to be the size of a golf ball. So if you transcend into something bigger, you're going to read something and you have understand it, comprehend it way better. So yeah, like exercise isn't just like exercise for like health and everything. It's more like there's meaning behind exercising, because when you exercise, what you're doing is overcoming yourself, overcoming obstacles. You're gaining strength, not only physically, but like mental strength to do whatever you want in life, basically. To keep pushing, to overcoming obstacles, to eating better, to sleeping better. And that's all gonna help you basically lead a better life, more productive life towards whatever you want. And meditation makes you focus. Pay attention to what you're doing. Basically. And I wanted to talk about, a little bit about like how because I did a dopamine detox. It's a long-term dopamine detox. So basically, I got rid of social media, digital entertainment, junk food, no alcohol, no drugs, and music. Sometimes I listen to music, but mainly I play music on my instruments. And I was watching a video because sometimes like every Sunday I watch like one or two videos, and there are things I felt but didn't know how to express. Basically, when I got rid of social media, because I used to be like I used to be like way addicted to social media. Something I felt was like time slowed down, and I did not know how to express that. But I watched somebody else say it, and I'm like, yeah, I feel like time has slowed down when I stopped all that stuff. And then when you like decide to not do any of that stuff, you all of a sudden you have all this time, and you don't know what to do with it, which is good. Just to be with yourself in silence, because when you're in silence, you discover your purpose, or you can discover who you are really. Like if all you want to do is swim, what does that tell you about yourself? If all you want to do is work out, what does that tell you about yourself, right? And then when you have all this time, you can start dedicating that time to creating the life you would like to live, right? You can start, I have these hobbies, these activities, there's this business I've been wanting to start, there's this, hobby I've been wanting to start, and you can start dedicating more time towards that. The problem is that majority of people nowadays consume. The majority of the people spend their time consuming instead of creating the lives they want to live. And also when you stop like social media, I used to compare myself, and that would make me feel bad, actually. It would make me, undervalue myself, basically, subvalue myself. And Jordan Peterson has this like quote that says, "Don't compare to who someone is today, compare who you were yesterday." And I've been doing that, and that's been a major difference because I have come a long way to where I'm at right now. And there's way more potential I need to uncover. But I am way happier where I am right now than where I was, and I'm glad about that. And when you start exercising, all that stuff, you have more energy, and you can start creating the life you would like to live. Creating that, start that side hustle, start arts, start exercising more, which is it's like a compound effect, basically. And I would really like to help people, and I try to help somebody, because I saw that they were stressed out, stressful. Really I would like to help my parents the most, because they're fat, they eat junk food, they don't sleep well. But I'm not. I feel I'm not. That moment has yet to come, because it's not. I'm not in the. It's not ideal right now. And I'm not talking about some ideal circumstance. It's like I really can't help them right now. First, I need to help myself. Well, really, I just need to make more money. I need to continue working, working on my side hustle to make more money. Because really, I want to help my parents first, and then other people. You know, people who are gonna potentially watch my videos. And I would really like to see what an impact I can create on people's lives, because exercise, you know, has helped change my life drastically and made me start thinking positively. It made me have hope. It made me look forward towards working out. You know, looking towards the next day. You know, and I would really like to see people's responses. You know, I would really like to feel that, because you know I've never stopped wanting to help people. I just became I just stopped caring. But I remembered that, you know, I do. And that's all I want to talk about today. Goodbye.